Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Cheyenne, loving warrior for Christ, and I'd like to tell you about a dream that I had the other night. It was of a bomb that had went off in a very populated area. I don't know what area this was. I wasn't injured very badly. I had minor injuries, but I remember that my hearing was a little bit off. For some reason, my mother was with me in this very big populated area, and they were putting her into a van. I think it looked like a white van that was kind of damaged a little bit, but that was what they were using to collect people who were injured. And my mom was suffering a head injury. She had blood coming from the side of her head, and she was a little bit confused, and she was saying odd things. And I remember her pointing to the back of the van, and they had plastic bags with body parts in the back of that van, and she was pointing at it, and she was saying those body parts, they landed on me. And she just keeps repeating it over and over, those body parts, they landed on me. And I told her, it's okay, Mom, it's okay. And I was trying to calm her down, and she was just a little bit out of it, and they were doctoring up her head and trying to get her to calm down. In the back, they did have bags of body parts. They just mixed all the body parts into one big, huge bag, and the bag was kind of like a see-through, but I don't know, smoky see-through bags. That's what it was in. And I remember feeling a lot of hopelessness, for a little while. I just felt so sad. There was death and destruction everywhere when you looked around. I mean, vehicles were crashed into one another. You couldn't even see some of the buildings because they burned up. There was just debris everywhere, and people hollering for help, people that weren't injured that bad, but it affected them, and they were running around like they lost their mind. But some of them were running around looking for their loved ones, looking for people, like their dog, or they're looking for their kids, or they're looking for their husband, and it was just really horrible. And I was observing the scenery, and it started to sink in, really hard what just had happened. And I fell on my knees, and I lifted my hands up to the sky, and I started crying, and I started pouring out my heart to God. I mean, it was almost as if there was a beam that was coming out of my soul directly up into heaven. That's how it felt. It was a strong feeling. I actually felt this feeling while I was sleeping. It's really strong. I wish I could explain this, but I can't. And that's the main point of my dream, is that this little area where I was praying so hard, it really felt like I had a beam of light, and it was coming out of my soul, and it was going directly up into heaven. And people stopped, and they looked at me, and somebody was going to make me stop. And this lady, she was a paramedic lady, and she grabbed this man by the arm and said, "Leave her alone." And she was amazed at what she was seeing. And then everyone turned around, and then they see Jesus in the sky. So, I mean, I don't know if this dream means anything or not, but I just thought I would share this with everyone. And then I would also like to tell you that my daughter, she's had a couple of dreams. I asked her if she could write them down for me, and I was going to send them to I think his name is Bob. I'm going to send them to him so he can put them up on his channel. She's supposed to, get them to me as soon as possible. One of her dreams was about judgment was coming, or judgment, or something about judgment. And then the other one was, and see, I never used the phrase "son of man," and I didn't even know for sure if she ever heard that before. I mean, she is 21 years old, but I mean, we talk about Jesus, but we talk, we say Jesus and stuff like that, and I don't know, I just didn't know she knew that. And she said that in her dream they said to her in her dream, the Son of Man is coming. So I really took that really, like really serious, because I know her, and that wouldn't have been something that she could just think up on her own. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, and I wanted to ask y'all to please keep us in your prayers, and I want to say I love you all, and God bless you. All right, bye-bye.